Hi everyone, hope you are good. We are here for grade 3 math. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab, scroll down to grade 4 math, and then click on view all lessons. There you can grade 3 maths, there you can find a list of the chapters. We can go start with the chapter multiplication skill builders. The lessons we're going to cover today are multiply by 4, multiply by 5, multiply by 6, and multiply by 7. So please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well. Let's just start with the lesson that is multiply by 4. Okay, 5 times 4. So either you do 4 times 5 or either you do 5 times 4. That is 20. Let's just start with the test questions. 10 times 4, so which is the correct option? 10 times 4 is 40. Option number 2 is the correct option. Four times 9 is 36. 9 times 4 is 36. Option number 2 is the correct option. 4 times 8 is 32. Option number 2 is the correct option. 4 times 4 is 16. The correct option is option number 2, that is 16. 4 times 1 is 4. Option number 2 is the correct option. 4 times 2 is 8. Option number 2 is the correct option. 4 times 5 is 20. Option number 2 is the correct option. 4 times 5 is 20. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. So please, multiplication tables are very, very important. So start working on the tables today. Do one table daily. Next lesson is multiply by 5. Let's just start with the lesson. Okay, so 4 times 5. So 4 times 5 and 5 times 4, they both are equal to 20. Let's just start with the test questions. 5 times 4 is 5 times 4 is 20. Option number 1 is the correct option. 5 times 5 is 25. Option number 2 is the correct option. 9 times 5 is 45. Option number 1 is the correct option. 8 times 5 is 40. Option number 2 is the correct option. That is 36 times 5 is 30. Option number 1 is the correct option. 6 times 5 is, yes, 30 it is. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. They are the multiplication tables you need to keep them in your mind. So start working on the multiplication tables daily, because if you're not good with multiplication table, you are not good with division also. Division and multiplication are related. 6 times 1 is, that is 6 times 1 is 6. Any number multiplied by 1 is exactly the same number, right? Let's just start with the test question. 10 times 6. 10 times 6 is 60. Option number 1 is the correct option. 6 times 5 is 30. Option number 2 is the correct option. 6 times 4 is 24. Option number 1 is the correct option. Seven times 6 is 42. Option number 1 is the correct option. Six times 6 is 36. Option number 2 is the correct option. That is 6 times 1 is 6. Option number 1 is the correct option. Six times 8 is 48. Option number 2 is the correct option. That is 48. Six times 2 is 12. Option number 1 is the correct option. Six times 1 is 6. Option number 2 is the correct option. Six times 5 is, yes, 38 is. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So we were working on grade 3 math. Chapter we were working on is multiplication. Skill builders, the lessons we have covered today are multiply by 4, multiply by 5, and multiply by 6. So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we just did. That is your homework until next session. So if you need more help with any of the lessons, you can simply click on the live chat button. Tutors are available there to help you, or either you can write them down in the chat box. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. Any questions you can please ask if you have any. Answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. Any questions? No questions? Okay, then that's all for today. See you in the next session.